Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about Shintoism, but more specifically, arguments supporting Shintoism as a religion.
There's been an active discussion over Shintoism being a religion due to its decline of followers. In these days, a lot of Japanese natives don't fully follow Shintoism beliefs. To put it simply, it's just not as important as it was back then. Most Japanese still partake in Shinto traditions, but these traditions have since lost their meaning. So it ultimately begs the question, is Shintoism still a religion? Even though it's had a large decline, the answer is absolutely. So without any further ado, I'll be explaining Shintoism and the arguments against it. In terms of its role in Japanese culture and society, Shinto as a religion holds a very special place. The purpose of this video essay is to explain why Shinto holds such a significant role in the lives of the Japanese people. In order to understand this, we must examine its cultural and societal aspects and explore the arguments for why Shinto can reasonably be recognized as a legitimate religion. To truly understand Japanese culture and people, we must understand Shinto. Shinto influences many aspects of Japanese life like art, architecture, festivals, and rituals. Shinto means the way of the gods and the way of the kami. Shinto involves kami, which is spirits that are found in nature, objects, and ancestors. Shinto history origins begin in ancient Japan with people who believed there were spirits and believed with worshiping nature. In prehistoric times, people were trying to understand and communicate with nature around them, and this is how it began to model. Over a very long time, Shinto developed into a formalized system including mythology, rituals, and cultures. Shinto believes in pureness, balance with nature, and pays respects to ancestors. Shinto is still pretty important and involved in Japanese culture and society today. Overall, the understanding of Shinto as religion is pretty important in having a society in Japan that is more tolerant and accepting. Scholars regard Shinto as a religion for the simple reason that it has a long history of being institutionalized. This observation, of course, presupposes a common sense understanding of religion, and it is by that definition of religion as an internally recognized practice that we could affirm the institutional history of Shinto. Shinto became a recognizable and formalized institution in Japanese history through the construction of shrines, priesthoods, and the crystallization of ceremonies and rites. Shinto was institutionalized during the Heian period, when practices of shrine worship became central to the religion's organization, and when state sponsorship of rituals became a feature of the religion's development. The reverence for kami distinguishes the Shinto faith. Kami represents spirits or deities, variously understood as religious substance that resides in natural features such as rocks, forests, paddies, and mountains, which also pervades abstract concepts like love or sobriety. It's the Japanese belief that kami imbue their homes and inhabited landscapes with a sacred essence, and that they possess both positive and negative attributes. The Japanese have long conducted rituals and ceremonies to appease or honor kami, in an apparent attempt to obtain its grace and blessing. In a world of endless cultures and belief systems, the Japanese term kami carries specific significance as it refers to gods and spirits and sacred power in the world. Kami can inhabit natural events such as wind and storm and various other natural features, and also ancestral beings. Shinto, with its intricate web of rituals and ceremonies, serves to reinforce its position as a bona fide religion. The diverse array of practices and observances within Shintoism contribute to its vibrant tapestry, showcasing the depth and complexity of its religious beliefs and traditions. In the realm of spiritual practices, there exist certain rituals that hold great significance. Two such practices are purification rites, known as misogi, and seasonal festivals, referred to as matsuri. These practices serve as powerful means of establishing a connection with the divine. expressing deep reverence for the natural world and nurturing the bonds within a community. Shinto, as a religious tradition, is characterized by its well-defined organizational structures. These structures, which encompass shrines, priesthoods, and religious institutions, serve as a compelling evidence of the religious nature of Shinto. Shinto has a well-defined organizational structure that revolves around the presence of shrines. These shrines play a crucial role in the religious and social life of Shinto practitioners. These sacred spaces, which are frequently embellished with torii gates and encompassed by breathtaking natural scenery, function as central hubs for religious practices and devotion. In the realm of Shinto, shrines hold a significant role as the abodes of kami, the revered divine spirits. These sacred spaces are believed to be the dwelling places where the kami reside and are venerated by followers of the faith. The presence of these shrines serves as a testament to the profound religious importance of Shinto. These sacred spaces offer devotees a tangible means of establishing a spiritual connection with the divine, something common in religion. Shinto as a religion is supported by various arguments that highlight its historical institutionalization, belief in kami, practice of rituals and ceremonies, and organizational structures. These factors contribute to the overall significance and legitimacy of Shinto as a religious tradition.
With that out of the way, let's discuss the arguments against considering it a legitimate religion from certain perspectives. One argument is that Shintoism lacks a centralized doctrine. Shinto lacks a centralized religious authority or a unified set of doctrines comparable to other organized religions. It is characterized by a diverse array of beliefs, practices, and rituals that vary regionally and among different sects. This lack of doctrinal uniformity may lead some to question whether Shinto qualifies as a cohesive religion. The only problem with this argument, though, is that Shinto has not always been like this and has only recently started to decline. Shinto was at its overall peak in World War II, and around that time it was taken a bit more seriously. To say Shinto is not a religion because it's lost a bit of a following over the years just doesn't really make any sense, especially based on this argument in particular. Japanese natives still pay their respects to kami and do rituals. They just simply nowadays don't follow a strict doctrine. This doesn't make it any less of a religion though, as there are still dedicated followers. The next argument is an absence of institutional structure. Unlike many other religions, Shinto does not have a well-defined institutional structure with clergy, formal religious institutions, or hierarchical leadership. While there are shrines and priests associated with Shinto practices, they do not hold the same level of authority or organization as clergy in other religions. This decentralized structure may raise doubts about the legitimacy of Shinto as a formal religion. It is true that Shinto is not as strict as other religions, but to say it does not have well-defined religious institutions is absolutely absurd. Shinto's absence of a formal institutional structure does not diminish its legitimacy as a religion. In fact, this decentralized nature makes Shinto more accessible and inclusive, as it encourages direct personal connections with kami and fosters a sense of individual spirituality without the need for intermediaries. Shinto's emphasis on personal experience and reverence for nature resonates with many individuals seeking a spiritual connection outside of organized religion. Another argument is the integration with cultural practices. Shinto has historically been deeply intertwined with Japanese culture, traditions, and national identity. A lot of scholars argue that Shinto functions more as a cultural system or set of folk beliefs rather than a distinct religious tradition with its own theological framework and practices. This integration with cultural practices may lead to questions about the autonomy and distinctiveness of Shinto as a religion. A counter to this, though, is rather than viewing Shinto's integration with Japanese culture as a limitation, it should be seen as a strength. Shinto's deep-rooted connection with Japanese traditions and values reflects its ability to evolve and remain relevant within its cultural context over centuries. Moreover, Shinto's emphasis on ancestral veneration and reverence for nature resonates with universal themes found in many religious traditions worldwide. So both Japanese culture and Japanese religion go hand in hand and aren't separate from each other, or absent at that. Overall, the arguments against Shinto's legitimacy as a religion fail to consider its diverse and inclusive nature, its adaptability to different cultural contexts, its global appeal, and its ability to evolve beyond historical controversies. Shinto's emphasis on personal spirituality, reverence for nature, and cultural richness make it a legitimate and meaningful religious tradition for millions of practitioners worldwide. The overall topic of ongoing debates regarding Shinto's classification can provide valuable insights into Japanese culture, history, and the diverse religious landscape of the country. By engaging in open discussions, we can shed light on the multifaceted aspects of this ancient Japanese religion and comprehend its implications in the contemporary world. And with that, we have reached the end of the video. Did you learn something new? Let me know in the replies down below. I would be happy to discuss this even further. I hope you enjoyed this video project and thank you for watching.